Welcome everyone. In this section, we're going to do a quick overview of all of the mobility drills that we introduced you to during the training. Remember, the idea of using and applying mobility drills in your practice and in your teachings is not only to, yes, help your students advance and progress faster, healthier, and in a safer way, but also to have the tools so that you can help a student when they come with an injury, a pain or discomfort, or simply something they have been struggling to overcome for a long time. That's when we use mobility drills. CARS is going to be the foundation, the base of every mobility technique. Moving our joints through their entire range of motion helps to release synovial fluid, which will feed the joint. Also, we will activate mechanoreceptors, the connection between our nervous system and the tissue, and we will also improve our cortical mapping. Remember, cortical mapping is a process the nervous system does. It's literally like a map of what your body can and cannot do related to space. The moment we stop moving in a particular way, the moment we stop moving our joints through their entire range of motion, over time, our nervous system will push those actions, those movements, or those positions out of our cortical mapping, and yes, we will lose them. We can regain them, of course, but if you don't use it, you lose it. So CARS should be something we perform every day. If we miss a day, that's okay, but we try to never miss twice. Meaning if I had a busy day today and I couldn't make my CARS in the morning, maybe I do them in the afternoon. Maybe if I didn't do them at all, next day for sure, I'm not gonna skip them. It's like flossing your teeth for your joints. Best thing you can do, not everyone is doing it. Then, if we think about improving range of motion, remember that's where isometrics or pails and rails come in. If we need to overcome the stretch reflex, which remember is the process of our nervous system to let us know when we're doing something that we're not used to do, that something bad might happen. Meaning, if I'm performing a stretch, that sensation in my thigh is not really my muscle feeling tightness, it's actually my nervous system letting me know I'm moving in a certain way that we are not used to moving, and that it might be safer to stay out of that position or not to push forward into that position. Very important. If we're using isometrics and there is an injury, remember we're only gonna push out of the position. That's where pails come in. Remember, rails is more like pulling into the stretch. Pails is going to be pushing out of the stretch. Since we're talking about isometrics, when we think about performing them, the body is not really going to move, but we are going to engage our muscles and our entire body, or most likely our extremities, really hard and with a lot of intensity, with a lot of intent. Then, once we have expanded range of motion, or if we're working on pain and discomfort, if we have overcome that, and then we expand range of motion, we are left with accessory drills, which are the exercises that we can implement easily in a yoga practice, and we can use to create control and strength of the movement of our joints. Meaning, once we have a complete range of motion, we want to make sure that we have control and strength over the entire range of motion. Any percentage, any segment of my body in which I have no control over, that percentage of movement is more susceptible to injury. Meaning, if I'm not used to extending my shoulder, strengthening the extension of my shoulder, if I fall down, if I trip or I slip, and I have to reach back with my arm, putting it into extension, and that part of my body is not strong enough, I might be more susceptible to injury. But if I have strengthened the extension of my shoulder, if I work on accessory drills, creating control and strength, I can reduce that risk of injury, because the risk of injury is always inherent in any type of practice, in any type of movement, but we can reduce it. So the more control, the more strength we have, the less risk of injuring our bodies, our joints, and we also will have more awareness and control of our bodies. Meaning, if we are dancers, our dancing practice is going to look better. If we're martial artists, our martial arts will look better. And in our particular case, our yoga practice is going to feel better. Probably it's going to look better, but for us, that's not as important as feeling comfortable in the practice. See me in the next session. We're going to perform CARs in a fluent manner. Think about a morning routine session. In the next couple of classes, we'll be performing a little bit of mobility, hip, shoulder focus, and maybe a special class for runners, because we know here in Summer House, we have a bunch of runners in our groups. So we'll start taking care of our different segments of sports.